started, came from the bottom, and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I took no risks. Robert, you wanna be famous, huh? They act like they made us, huh? You know I'm icy in Vegas, huh? This for the that hate us, huh? I make a lot of new money, huh? When the not save us, huh? You be liking my flavor, huh? I think it's cause I see the rest, all the rest, all the rest. Watch out for this, I'm ready to switch, you know the switch.
Well, they say an early season snowstorm may be on deck in less than 48 hours, but today is picture-perfect fall football weather. Crisp and cool at Soldier Field in the Windy City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. And the Chicago Bears.
Come on, set. 10-2 stop.
Drop deep, drop deep.
Hey, Delta.
54. Mike 54.
Shoot.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he will find his man on the outside. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Topper! Topper! Hey, Charlie!
Second and 6. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
Check. Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, eat. I'm coming after you.
He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
Here we go. 50, plant. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Ready?
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
60 Pittsburgh.
2nd and 9 now from the 21. Operating from the gun. Correa. That'll be complete to Cook.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That one complete. He finds Sharp. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Ready, set, hey, Alpha.
Check 56. I got you. I got you. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Here we go. Mike 56. Mike 56.
Five.
Throwing on first down. Correa. He sets to fire deep. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Go! Hey, high 7! Yo, faster!
Throwing again, Correa. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be third down. To throw on third down, Correa. And this one complete to Smith. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Ready.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called, and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
You draw quarters.
Check nickel.
Hey, orbit.
Check.
Bam. Shoot.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to right, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's a gain of 35. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. They'll run it now out of the gun. Making the stop there, Daniil Hunter.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Mike 54. And I'm coming after you.
On second down, Red. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. We're scoreless after one. Back in Chicago, ready for the second quarter. It's the Bears in possession as they've got it with a first and 10.
Watch out.
Go. Ready.
On first down, Red, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
15. Hey, Haywood. Check, Mike, 54. Mike, hit it.
2nd and 11. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The Bears on the move. They've got another first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Pilot, 64, weak. Get it.
They'll look to throw here. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Miles Boykin, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be taken very short. And a nice job there on special teams as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And now the throw taken in by Chark. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Slam. Switch it.
Go.
He's checking. Crash. Mike, check.
From the gun, Correa. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one's maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Hey, exit. Snap.
Looking to throw. Correa, incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and that takes us from second to third down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
Defense wins championships, baby.
49, check 49, check 49.
Kill, kill, kill.
Roll out.
Throwing on third and long. Correa. And this one into the hands of DJ Chark. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fielded at the 33. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Bears take over.
Ready, ready. 18 Gator.
Hey, come on, yo, come on, yo.
Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Red, he'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Hey, X3, 218, chop it. Rock it. Bravo.
Back to throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
How about this offense already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive? They've certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Ready.
He'll drop to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
6-6, pull it high, hit it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Right there, 54, right there.
2nd and 4. Being chased out left. Now he'll pull it down. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah, not much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he'd just throw the ball away, and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. This quarterback now, only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10.
Check 25, check 25.
They'll set up to throw. Buying time to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain.
15 Lonnie. 15 Lonnie.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing
Hey, wahoo!
44, Mike, 44. Let's go.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
Hey, Foxtrot. 22 Jet Bomber. 22 Jet Bomber.
Fofo's the Mike. Mike's Fofo. I'm coming.
Hey, Delta. Lee Griffin.
Now back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. They'll pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th.
Bang, 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 bang.
Now.
They'll try and run for it. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
Down. 18 Gator.
Check. Go.
Hey, Charlie. Shoot.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown as the Bears push further out in front. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 10 Tucson.
It's just me and you. Check 22.
80 weapons.
Pick the edge. Go.
Go.
On 1st and 10, Correa. It's complete to Diggs. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. To throw on 2nd down. Correa into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
Back 61, matchbox lights.
Switch.
Hey, seam 6. Ready.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
5.
Mike 54.
2nd and 3. There goes a deep ball, end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Alpha.
They'll look to throw. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Now for the field goal try, here's Eddie Pinheiro. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the 2nd quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Touchdown, Vikings. DJ Chark, as the first half is winding down, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. They'll throw now on the final play. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Look at me, zipper!
On 3rd and 2, Correa nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and that will come the offense as they take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on it a little bit more.
It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
Set, 8, read. Check, protein spill. Check, hot. Ready.
Right back to him on first down. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Hey, orbit.
Mike 55. Here we go.
Mike 55.
Hey, hit it.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. Miles Boykin with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year, as the Bears push further out in front. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Hey.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
At the 34-yard line.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Go. Now.
Mike's 56. Squeeze, double.
Get it.
2nd and 1. Complete. Smith has it. 4 yards the pickup. First down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check, 56.
On first down, Correa. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Price. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47.
Christian Travis. Yes. Hey, Echo.
56. I'll get him.
Operating from the gun, Correa. He's got Smith here. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
Hatchet.
Bravo.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Go.
On first down, it's Cook. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
Topper.
Back to throw. Correa firing quickly here, and that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
First down, Minnesota.
Ready.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Cook. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Break.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Good track.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his 11th touchdown of the year, as his guys are back within a single score. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is second and less than a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. Red, and at a 42-yard line here and brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Kill.
80 weapon. Slam.
They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They'll set up a throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A big play there. His fourth touchdown on the year as the Bears push further out in front. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they end up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
First down, Vikings.
Go! You got to get moving, man. Man, move it. You got to get that.
Hey!
50. All day, just like that. Just like that.
Let's go. Look at me. Zipper. Let's go.
Throwing on first down. Correa. And his throw's going to be incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Motion out the backfield. Motion out the backfield. Mike 50, Mike 50. You better be afraid.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Be afraid of me. Watch the edge.
Hey, Delta.
50's the mic. 50's the mic. I'm trying to collect.
Mike's 50. Mike's 50.
Gut. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Mike's 50.
Now.
Looking to throw. Correa. Complete. It's Henry. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first.
91. Hey,
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Yeah. Shoot.
On 1st and 10, Correa. And Diggs has it. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go jet sweep here with Chark, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
50, Mike 50, Mike 50.
Bears, 36-yard line.
You're not ready.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Correa. It's caught. Smith. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, Correa. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass.
No. Hey, lock it. Twist. Look, squeeze. Undercut.
On fourth down, Correa. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And down inside the 15 he goes. 17 yards, first down, Vikings.
First down,
56 is the mic.
Watch the pilot. 64. Weak.
Check.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike 56, Mike 56.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw left side, complete. That's Price. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. That first down completion only netted them 3. 2nd and 7.
Check.
Yo, go.
Right there, 56. I'm on. Shift.
Protein spill. On the ball. Get it.
They run the counter with Cook. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a first and goal.
first and goal.
36. Shift. Watch the shift. Watch twist.
They'll run with Cook, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. This will be taken about the 12.
Here we go.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It's still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield.